Welcome back, everybody. Now that we know we get the same features that we know from our Laravel factories with our new factories, we also want to take a look what else we can do. And there is some more features that I want to show you. So for example, in our old factories, you probably know that you could define here some default data that will be used when creating a new instance for this user here, for example. And when we now take a look at our user factory that we have created in the last video, you can see that this data also is here. So the artisan common automatically copies this default data from your old factory to your new one if given. So this means here inside this get default data, you can easily define default data as well, and you also have access to Faker. But there's also more. Inside our default user factory, I have here this state now. So it's a state for defining that a user is inactive, where we're going to override the field active to false. And this is now something that we also want to do in our new factories. So for example, when we now call our artisan command again, we get asked if we want to import the defined states from the old factory. So this one here. And I just say, yes, I want to do this. And I also want to override the file because we have already created it before. So what's interesting now is that inside our test, I can now create a new factory. So this gives us now a new method on our factory, which has the same name as the state. And when we take a look here inside this method, we're doing something very similar to what you were been doing in your old factories. We're going to override the default data and we're going to set active to false. And this is how you can make use of our states also in these new factory classes. And it's even nicer with these method names like this. And yeah, this is how this artisan command can help you by importing the default data and default states. That's it for this video. I think there will probably one more where we're going to take a look at relations.